But a lot of people asking, well, it's summer, I want to get healthy, I want to lose weight. That's a big one. But I'm not motivated. I hear that a lot. I'm not motivated. I want to do this, but I'm not motivated. What can I do to change that? What can I do to change my negative thinking about motivation? And this is really interesting. So I want to go over a couple things with this. There's a reason why in our new book, The Brain Warrior's Way, we focus it around this concept of mastery, and the M in mastery is mindset. We start with that. Because if you don't get your mind right, you can't really move forward and you won't have lasting success. But this idea of motivation, let's just look at it for 1 second. So everyone's motivated. I want to get rid of this idea that you're not motivated, because you're motivated. You're motivated to do something. Everyone's motivated. So the minute that someone says, I'm not motivated, I want to just help you out with that and go, okay, well, you don't need to worry anymore, because I'm going to let you know you are motivated. What I'm going to ask you is, what is it you do during the day? Do you go out after work drinking with your friends and get drunk? Do you sit around binge watching Netflix? Then that means that's what you're motivated to do. So your motivation might not be what you want it to be, and that's where we have to fix it, right? But you are motivated. So that's not the problem, is that you're not motivated. So the question is, I want you to think about this and write it down. What are you motivated to do? You are motivated. So what are you motivated to do? This is actually somewhat connected to your values. And if your values aren't in alignment with what you're trying to achieve, it isn't going to happen. And you're never going to be fully fulfilled. You can't do something because someone else wants you to do it. Okay, it's got to be deeply rooted with what you value, what you believe in. So, for example, okay, I am not the most organized person. It's just a fact. My husband often jokes that I've never met a cabinet door I wanted to close. Whatever. So I'll go in my closet. Now, I've accomplished a lot because I know what I want to do. I get a lot done. So I've written 8 books in 8 years. I love being a mom. I spend all my time doing the things I love to do. You just can't walk in my closet, okay? My closet is sort of a mess. But I have figured out ways and strategies to not have that affect my life by, either getting someone to help me, or I pay my daughter to help me, or whatever it is. The point is this. I walk in my closet and I get frustrated at points because I'm like, I should be more organized. I should be more organized. So I end up sabotaging myself with all these shoulds, right? I should do this, I should do that. But is that really what I want? The question is this, is it true? Should I be more organized? Should I have a cleaner closet? Because here's the reality. I don't actually want a cleaner closet. I don't actually care. I would rather be spending the time with my daughter. I'd rather be spending the time writing. I'd rather be spending the time here with you. So you have to make sure that the thing that you are trying to change, the thing that you want to do, is really something you want to do. If you are trying to lose 10 pounds because your doctor told you to, it's the wrong motivation. Because chances are, if you're going out drinking and getting drunk and you're only trying to get healthy because your doctor said you should, you're going to be in conflict. Does that make sense? You have to do it because you want to get healthy. And if you have that conflict going on, you have to figure out your values before you even move forward. So do you want to do it? Write down what it is that you are motivated to do. Then ask yourself, do I actually want to do it? And be honest. I don't want a cleaner closet. Well, I do want a cleaner closet. I just don't want to take the time to do it. Okay, so that's what you have to figure out. Do you actually want it? And if so, then you have to know the why. That's the mindset part. You've got to know your why. If you don't know your why, you'll never do your what. So spend some time figuring out why and connect it to your values. Okay, make sure your values are in alignment. I'm going to give you one quick example on this. I had 2 women I was working with that were part of the same small group at church, and they had the same goal. They both wanted to lose weight and get healthy. Okay, wanted to start exercising, lose weight, get healthy. One was very successful and one was not. And really interesting when I started asking them about their values. One of them said, well, for me, when I think about losing weight and getting healthy, I think of my body is, my body is the temple of Christ, and it was given to me at a price. It was paid for at a price, and it's not mine. I need to take care of it. And I'm like, oh, that's a powerful motivation for her to get healthy. That's her values. Her values are directly connected to what she wanted to do. The other woman had the opposite response. She had this deep-rooted belief that to spend time focusing on herself and her weight and her looks, her appearance, was selfish. that she was supposed to be spending time serving others, and she didn't make the connection that getting healthy, that she couldn't serve others to her fullest if she wasn't healthy. She didn't make that connection yet. So that was a direct conflict with her values. That's what I mean by getting your values straight. Make sure that they're connected. So you have to do that. Here's a big one, and this is really important. Chunk it down and flip it around. So what I mean by this, so ask yourself first of all, is it true? So, and then flip it around to its opposite. I should have a clean closet. Well, maybe I shouldn't have a clean closet, or maybe I shouldn't have to be the one to do it, or whatever it is you are in conflict about. But then chunk it down, because it seems really overwhelming. Now, when I think about all that I have to do in a day, and then I have to go try to organize my closet, are you kidding me right now? I'm just no, that feels huge to me, and I can't do that. But if you chunk it down tiny, okay, and then even tinier, and then tinier. So it's well, I don't know if I can get my closet clean today, but I can get a stack of hangers out and get them ready. Okay, I can get things ready to hang stuff up. Or I don't know if I can get my closet, and then the next day it's one more thing, and then the next day it's one more thing. Or if it's your health program, maybe you just can't wrap your brain around doing it all at once. I'm one of those people who likes to do that all at once. I'm all or nothing. So for me, I would do the whole thing at once if I were going to actually commit to it. But maybe you're not like that. So maybe what you do instead is you take a sticky note, and the first day you just put it on your coffee pot, or whatever it is you do when you first wake up, or maybe it's your mirror where you brush your teeth. Put a sticky note there, and it's get the protein powder out and set it next to the blender. That's the thing you do that day. That's it. And then the next day, once you finally get that down, when you do it, celebrate. And then after you get that one down, then pick something else. Then it's now I'm going to get all my containers out, have them ready to pack my lunch in when I do dinner. When I get the pots out to cook dinner, I'm also going to get my little containers out so I can immediately pack my lunch when I'm done with dinner, and that's going to be my lunch for tomorrow. Do you see what I'm saying? Add one tiny step. Don't focus on down the road where it's I'm going to lose 50 pounds, run a triathlon. Now, that can be your there are times you want to chunk up because that's your end goal motivation. That'll keep you focused on the end goal. But to get there, you have to chunk it down tiny, and it's the day-to-day habits that are going to get you there. And I don't know if that's making sense, but on the day-to-day part, so what I do is I will meditate on the big thing I want. But then on the day-to-day stuff, it's I chunk it down into teeny, teeny, tiny stuff. Little teeny, tiny things that are totally achievable. A glass of water turns into a gallon of water. So, you focus on one glass of water, then pretty soon it's more and more and more. So chunk it down small. So that's what I want you to focus on, is that don't make it bigger than it needs to be. Make it easy to do, okay? Small things. And make it fail-proof. So, like I said, put it where you can't fail. So either a sticky note when you're brushing your teeth, or an alarm on your phone. So for me, that's the thing. My calendar is I'm really connected to my calendar. So whatever it is, immediately I put a reminder in my calendar. One time I forgot my passport when I was traveling and missed my flight because I had to go back and get my passport. That's happened once. Because from that point on, I now have a list, and the minute that I schedule a trip, I have a reminder in my calendar to print the list and make sure that passport is there. So those are the things I'm talking about. So whatever it is that works for you, an alarm in your calendar, a sticky note, open a cabinet drawer, or a cabinet, those types of things that remind you to do that thing, really small. And then remember to celebrate. Give yourself a pat on the back. So this is just a really simple thing, but I've been getting so many questions from you guys about how do you find your motivation, and I just want to let you know, you have motivation. You're probably shoulding all over it. I did say should, like you should or should not. Just make sure you're clear on that. You are shoulding all over your motivation by not knowing your values.